All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have a really good episode here for you today. But short disclaimer, yep, videos are completely raw, unedited, wasted a good amount of money on some AI software, and point blank, spent about 8 to 10 hours a day, and only was able to pump out a couple videos that I didn't even publish. I did publish one. I thought it turned out all right, but there's way too much information here that's going to be beneficial to people, and for me to let that hold me back. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you today about my biggest auction cheat code, and that is just the brand itself, Acura. Okay. This was a very big hurdle that I had to get over with the person that I was previously buying for. Their mindset was that people didn't know what Acuras were. Well, that's okay. I don't actually really need to give my opinion on that because it didn't really matter. But I thought and I knew that if we could get, some Honda Pilots, some Honda Accords, some Honda CRVs on the lot, and then have a comparable, Acura to that, and it's a little bit cheaper, then I definitely think it could work. And, before I parted ways, with that dealer, we were starting to really crank them out. And the thing about an Acura is they don't actually book for like the same amount as what a comparable Honda CRV would for like an RDX in this example. So it's actually really easy to sell an Acura RDX next to a Honda CRV. Okay, there's several things that are better about an Acura RDX, especially one that has a tech package. Let's just go ahead and say, for example, this, it doesn't have a tech package, okay? It's got a V6, it's 2 inches longer, 2 inches wider. It just feels like that extra 2 inches longer and wider makes a very big difference. With that V6, obviously it's not going to get as good at gas mileage, but here's the thing. If you're even remotely an aggressive driver, that K24 and that Honda CRV is actually only going to get probably like 26 miles to the gallon. So personally, and then some people maybe say, well, the Honda has a lifetime timing chain. Honestly, unless you have record of timely oil changes and stuff like that, I think putting a new timing chain on a K24 is never a bad thing to do. Okay. Now there are some dealers out there that will absolutely sell a CRV that rattles on startup. I'll just tell you, I wouldn't let that, really scare me. I would really actually try and find out and see when the timing chain has been replaced. Okay. But so here's the reason why, any Acura that you look at is going to be better. Okay. You're going to be able to get it for cheaper at auction. Okay. It's just undisputed. Okay. I mean, I did this for a year and a half. So you can get any comparable Acura model that has a comparable Honda model. And that usually is pretty much the case all the way up or down. Okay. You can get them for less. And then if you have a car that is very similar to it from a Honda standpoint, you can actually mark that up a couple grand above book. I've done this many times. And you don't need, it's not like a situation where you could feel bad about it. I genuinely think that a Acura RDX is a better value than a Honda CRV. Now, if it's just a Honda CRV, by all means, no problem. So one real cheat code is a first gen RDX. You can usually get those for pretty cheap. Do not let the turbo situation fool you. I've bought probably 5 to 10 of these, and I bought one when I thought the turbo was going out. It was a Chicago Mannheim car. I couldn't drive it. Well, turbo was just fine. So I bought those all the way up to 200,000 miles. Okay. So yes, definitely next time you're at an auction, go ahead and look at an Acura. Even better if it's had the timing belt changed. Have a comparable Honda model on the lot to compare it to, and pivot and switch somebody to it. And I think you'll definitely be very happy you at least considered it. All right. If you guys like these videos, okay, and you want to see this knowledge get portrayed in a better setting than something like this instead of this raw footage, like and subscribe. Okay, it would be very appreciated. You definitely expect at least 2 to 3 videos a day, if not more. We're just getting started. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Auction Maverick. Hope you guys are doing well. See ya.